You know, it's like in this situation, it was beautiful because so many ounces live in the depths of solitude. Cause man, I hate cause I gotta change my site, y'all. I hate cause I gotta change my site. But I looked it up. It's like 6 people. I don't have no clue who they are that's connected. So it's almost like we paying for internet for somebody else. They call it a copy. It's all copy. Everything copy. These apps and stuff, some of them, I don't know, y'all. But I ain't gonna say nothing. Cause I was thinking, like, back in the days when you put stuff like that out, you had a secure way of dealing with, you know, the, when they made, let's say they made an app that could do all that, they make a phone that could block all that, you know. I don't know what's going on now, though. It's like everybody just want that dollar. That ain't good, is it? But anyway, I found out in this situation that it was beautiful, y'all. It was beautiful. Because in this situation, I found out we did it to ourselves. That's another thing that had hurt me. I'm like, wow, we doing this to ourselves. And yeah, you can say the oppressor, the opposing team. When I researched that, it went so far. They introduced it to it, but we kept it going. And the string effect is poverty, because all you doing, let's say somebody broke, needs some money, and let's say they friends with somebody who want the money. I mean, let's say they friends with somebody that got a family member that's finna get inheritance. But that family member don't like the person finna get the inheritance. So these two people come together and plot on the person with the inheritance and get rid of the person with the inheritance. You can unalive somebody without killing them and get the inheritance and give it to the person who stole the money. And the only reason why everybody helping them because they're gonna get paid for it. Not realizing they was probably gonna get money and it's an inheritance, y'all. It's like all y'all see is that number. You see it on a piece of paper. But for some reason, I just know money is worth more when it's cashed. You feel what I'm saying? And it ain't gonna properly get cashed right and done, disputed right, until the original person go to get the money. I mean, you learn this in the streets. You just can't mess with money like that. Otherwise, it'll be some here, some there, little money there, little money here, little money there, little money here. It ain't working. But anyway, I learned in this situation that it was us killing us. It was us destroying us. And that was a wake-up call. Because when that energy, as soon as they do that, the energy warps. As soon as they plot it, did the damage, the energy warps. Now, what happens in that case? Well, 9 times out of 10, common sense, the person who brave enough to take out the other person ain't right. They're evil. So you basically taking money out of an angel hand and putting it in a devil hand. You feel what I'm saying? You're taking money out of an angel hand and putting it in the devil hand. Even if the devil got a list of people that's finna help, the devil just gonna break you off something. And the devil gonna splurge the rest of it. But it's inheritance money, it's invested money. The devil ain't got a clue on how to invest money. Even if you try to teach him how to invest money, the devil gonna invest the money in more poverty scenarios, and more poverty businesses, and more poverty structure, you know what I'm saying? And more, it's just gonna invest more into the structure of creating more poverty. In other words, it's gonna invest in drugs, it's gonna invest in prostitution. For the person who wanted the money and just, that person probably that needed some money, which was a friend of the family or something, that person, all they had to do was stop being friends with them, just be friends with others. I mean, in worst case, you know, not to the point where you're gonna sacrifice an angel. Cause I didn't even know nothing about inherited money until I looked it up 2020, and I was like, wow, this is deep. I wouldn't even. This is I read a few chapters. I read like one chapter about it, and I already knew I ain't have to read no more. I was like, this is cursed money. You don't touch this kind of money. You let this money, and I can prove it. My grandparents, the money was in the right hands. They had built a community, pretty much, put homes in, put people in it to stay, and they put stuff in entertainment centers so people can have something to do. Now look, you gotta spend more of that money because you stole it. You gotta spend more of that. You gotta spend that money to hide. And I'm trying to tell this to my people, black people, bro. It's not. I'm telling y'all, we creating the streets gonna always be here. All right, let's just say the streets is dark. It's the South. No, it's gonna be here, but it don't mean it gotta be bad. Even if it's drugs, even if it's the street, you know what comes with the streets. It still don't mean it have to be bad. Cause that stuff is everywhere. That stuff is everywhere, but it's like the evil people wasn't in control. All right, let's say you in the dark. You're in the negative. We ain't talking about the positive. We talking about the negative. We in the negative zone. In the negative zone, the positive people that live that's of the negative zone, which is still South Node people, but it's a positive and a negative in the negative zone. Who are the positive people? The positive people is the people who have a heart. Their heart's not seared in the negative zone. Those people need to be the ones in control of the money, not the one that's in the negative zone. Right now, the people that's in the negative zone is the one that's in control of the money. That's gonna warp the energy. Simple as pie. So I'm trying to teach my people how there's certain things in this life we have to say no to. It ain't no yes, it ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Honestly, like for me growing up, when certain individuals come up to me asking me to do certain things, I would just say no. You know what I'm saying? Because I already knew it was of the devil. I already knew it was temptation by the devil. And you know, from being in the depths of solitude for so long, I realized something. The devil got a window of time that comes around. Satan got a window of time that comes around and bother each and every last person on this earth, which is disturbing when you in your South Node. Because let's say one person come up to you and ask you for some drugs. You don't even sell drugs. Come up and ask you for some drugs, but that's how it is in the streets. And you're like, no. Okay, let's say a woman come up here, ain't like she love you, but you find out secret that she's a prostitute. You like, no. Okay? Let's say another person come up to you and say, plot on somebody to kill somebody. You like, no, of course not. Let's say another person come up to you and say, and you know, as bad as I hate to say it, none of those people were Satan. I'm saying they was the devil. They was the devil, but not Satan. See what I'm saying? You see the difference? They was the devil, but not Satan. You heard what I said? I'm not saying Satan is a positive in the negative zone. Not at all. I'm finna show you. And let's say Satan come up to you though. After all those people just came up to you, and these is windows of time, so this is back to back. And Satan come up to you, man, and you need a house, you need a car, you need all kind of stuff. You need something. You ain't got nobody, right? You ain't got nothing, nobody. Satan come up to you, man, I can show you how to get a house and a car right now. All we gotta do is this. And it sounds simple as pie. And you like, man, you mean to tell me I can get a house and a car, and all I gotta do is tell you what such and such doing every day? Yeah, a house and a car. That's it. That's Satan, bro. That's like, no. You supposed to say no. But wouldn't that be distorting though? Wouldn't that be? That would be it's a headache, y'all. Imagine happening. I had to grow up in it. That's how my life always been. And it got to the point one time I just say no, 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 no. And people used to have to stop me and say, man, just say, hey man, what you say no to that for? Because it was like they come. It's more no's that come than yes. It ain't never no yes. Like out of 4 to 5 years, out of all the people that I come in contact with, because remember now, I ain't always been on the live. I'm talking about when everything was normal. 4 to 5 years, out of all the people that's coming into my presence, ain't but 2 of them. 4 to 5 years, ain't but 2 I can say yes to. All the rest of them was just no's. That's how disturbing it is. So imagine growing up like that. It's rough. I'm talking about in schools, in jobs. Y'all gotta excuse me, man. We spraying more bug spray everywhere. Jobs. I don't know, y'all. It's just bad all the way around. It's just bad all the way around. But anywhere you at, no matter where you be at the hospital, and you might hear somebody ask you something at the hospital, no. I bet y'all got some, no. I remember I used to have certain women with me, and I used to need a job. I used to get in trouble with the laws. And I would go out and find me a lawyer. And the lawyer, I couldn't get the lawyer to do nothing. But I could sense an aura about the lawyer. I could sense something about the lawyer. So I go off my intuition. And I would take the lady with me and I'd tell her, I'd tell her, wear something showing your cleavage. I need this lawyer to make a move for me. That sucker get to working like he done drunk some coffee and drunk a Mountain Dew drink at the same time. I had the money in the beginning. Won't move, won't do nothing. No. Reading newspaper stacked everywhere. And it'd be something important. It'd just be something that I can't afford. It'd be something that's legal. It need to be done, but it'd be some trouble I done got into that cost a lawyer need a lot more of my life. I would have to have like 10 grand or something. But I wouldn't have that kind of bread. I need him to do it for a couple thousand. And it's hard to do it, you know what I'm saying? It'd be straight, ain't nothing illegal, It's just growing up through that, and then they put me in solitude right here, like this. It was like, okay, well this ain't too bad, cause I ain't got to deal with all the negativity that constantly coming back to back. And when my grandma died, my grandmama died, and when she died, she kept telling me she apologized, she was sorry. She kept saying, you do deserve somebody. Cause I can tell my grandma got tired of the men in this family, pretty much. I think she automatically assumed I was just like them. But the problem was, as she was dying, she realized I was nothing like them. And it hurt her. It hurt her bad. And I think she had already taught the family something to do, and it tore my life apart. It was all, and I always had that problem with women, bro. Like, I always had this problem with women, good or bad. I would have a problem with women where they would find out I'm a good dude, and whatever they went through that's devastating in their life, that's why I started like counseling women. Whatever they went through that was devastating in their life, they would blame it on me, no matter if it was a grandmother, a mama, a girlfriend, no matter who it was. They would just tear me apart with it. And the worstest one was my flame. It was like every man ever did her wrong, she put it on me. And I was glad to get rid of her. Just go on. Take the money, whatever you stole, go on, buy. Just leave. It ain't even worth it. Because for one, I was intrigued with my flame. There ain't nothing done now, y'all. Damn. A man should be able to express themselves about a woman without you automatically assuming they like somebody. I ain't never, listen, I've been alone my whole life. And I've been celibate the vast majority of my life. So by now, I done perfected loneliness. I done perfected being independent. I done perfected being whole by myself, okay? So I never met nobody like this. So when I met the girl, she was completely brilliant. I thought she was too pretty and brilliant to be doing the stuff she was doing. That's all I'm trying to tell y'all. I wasn't planning on fixing her. I wasn't planning on being with her. I wasn't planning on pretending to be with her. I wasn't planning on doing none of that because I never did it before. Why am I gonna do it now? I was always a leader in these streets, and one of the main human beings I had a problem with was men that had the potential to be great in anything but became weak when it came to a woman. But I needed these men to do stuff. So I learned from their mistakes how not to even think about stuff like that. So I'm just saying, the potential she had, the brilliance she had, and the stuff that she succumbed to, and the stuff that she belittled herself to, the downgrade she made herself, and the way people treated her, they were really just using her for her DNA. And that's what I was told her last time we talked. They were just using you for your DNA. They didn't care, because by putting magic on her, they could put magic on me. They didn't care nothing about her. She was just a piece of trash, a piece of meat. But I was trying to explain to her, you're too beautiful of a person, too brilliant of a woman to let any man treat you that way. Any man, no matter what you feel about that man, how you feel about that man. Any man that treats a woman like that is disgusting. You know what I'm saying? They don't deserve nothing. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't talking about pimps and players. I'm talking about these men, I guess they call themselves pimp, where they dress, but they didn't. I know pimps and players. These men was disgusting. And the way what they made these women do, because they was lazy, low-life scumbag bums, and they wouldn't get a job if they wouldn't take a job if it were handed to them. A person, I done seen men like this I don't know how they do it. I guess it's just because of how perverse the world is. But they don't have nothing, no resume, and if they got a resume, it's blank. And somebody will come up to them and offer them a job that you got to go to school for 4 to 5 to 10 years for, and get them that job. They'll go to work at that job, make all that good money just for 1 to 2 checks, and quit that job like it was a McDonald's job. And I done seen them get them same kind of things over and over again, just like they do with women. The same kind of men get good women over and over again, tear their life apart. And these women know these men tore their life apart. And these women that go out there and do anything for these men now. And I finally got a hold to a couple of them. I asked them, why y'all do that? And they would explain something to me, but when they get through explaining it to me, I say, so you like being a mama to your boyfriend, to your husband? They were like, what you mean? I was like, and I explained to them what they explained to me. And I say, you get what I'm saying? You don't like them for the sex, even though that's what you bragging on. You don't like them for the sex. You don't even like them for who they are. You like them for the fact that they need you, like a child would need you. That falls under that category of what I said when it comes down to an attention disorder. That's the only thing I was saying. I love women. You hear me? I love women, bro. I love women. And I protected, when people was in my squad, I protected everybody. Everybody ate in my squad. But when they turned over this new leaf and stole from me and gave it to this low-life scumbag bum, I noticed something, y'all. I didn't care about all that. That was disappointing. Disturbing, disappointing, and it was just disgusting. But I noticed that the energy shift, because when everything was in my lane, when everything was in my lane properly, people was trying to work, people was building, people was trying to create, people was looking good, eating healthy, people was taking care of themselves. And even if they are taking care of themselves, when the energy war, even if they was taking care of themselves, including myself, like everything just started dwindling. And I was like, whoa, what is this? Like I said, some of the people that were dwindling, including myself, shouldn't have been dwindling just because they were dwindling. But it's like the whole energy shifted. And I was like, what is this guy? And it's because of the fact that people okaying it. Like, that was something illegally done. That was something that was illegally done, but people of the legal system would have had to been part of it for it to even take place and become right. That's why I always say I was legally robbed. So that's when the energy warped. The energy warped when they turned justice to injustice and said it was okay. And it warped everybody. Like, everybody started drying up. We all started drying up. It still are. I gotta do a lot to keep myself up to this state. But I shouldn't have to try this hard. It's because of the energy is warped. The weather, it can be beautiful outside, but it don't feel beautiful outside. You see what I'm saying? And I noticed that, and I was like, whoa, wait a minute. And I noticed this on a small scale. I was like, how long people been doing this in any nationality? I was like, this right here would cripple the world, because now we could go back to the earth core or the earth atmosphere. How the earth, there's an invincible energy that the earth runs off of. And humankind, the decisions we make in the energy 2111, when I say that the decision we make in our own energy can disturb this energy of the earth greatly, because the earth is an organ. The earth is alive. We all are alive. The earth has soul. We all got souls. So you just transform the earth. And I told them when I got, it's been moments of times where in my house, especially when I was still in the street, I would grab a bunch of people that had habits and gather them together and speak with them. And I would tell them, we can't continue to, you can't promote stuff like this, because if you promote stuff like this, it's just going to spread like wildfire. It's just going to spread like wildfire. You can't promote nothing like this, because it's going to be devastating to the planet, whether you know it or not. And the problem is that we think we so small in this earth, but we're more valuable and more precious. Each and every last one of us is more valuable and more precious than we give ourselves credit for. And the problem with that is the ones who are getting sacrificed, and the ones who giving up, the ones who like I said, the ones who getting sacrificed and the ones who giving up, a lot of times be the main energy we need to keep straight up. Somebody completely warped all this energy, because somebody was a narcissist and they hated the fact that they was a king or queen, can ride down the road and can see somebody that's just like the same age as them with better hair than them, but this person is living in a box. And they said, I can't stand that. I can't stand that they're just as beautiful as me. And they did something truly, truly wicked. And it kept going. It kept going. And I'm trying to help y'all solve these problems, man. And I don't be liking call people names, but y'all, back to what I was saying earlier, man, quit attacking me. I don't even know y'all, man. I'm trying to save souls. I'm not hurting y'all. You just attacking me and attacking me and attacking me. I got a hard enough time with my family attacking me. I don't need nobody. My family attack me and think they doing good, but I got doing this. That's how long it's been going on. And you know, that's attacks constantly. Make sure he don't eat for 2 weeks. Make sure you take the food to the other house. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you do this. That shit, they done attack me so much, they don't even know why they attacking me no more. You get what I'm saying? So I understand, I'm not blaming them any time. I don't take no crap off of them. Because they can't stop, you know. Their heart's seared. But I don't take no crap off of them, though. You know, I don't touch them or nothing. I don't take no crap off of them, though. That's why they just leave me alone. Because they want somebody they can pick on their bullies at this point. They don't even know it. Like I said, their hearts, when your heart's seared, you're a program for real, then you off. You on manual mode. Autopilot. You off. Ain't nothing, something wrong, you know. But the other energy that they pay to help attack me, I hate it because y'all got pulled into this. I forgive y'all, but I ain't gonna be able to forget it. I probably forget it with y'all, I don't know. Because y'all don't, it's relatives involved, there's a lot of other stuff involved, so I can't say that. But at the same time, quit attacking me. I don't know, y'all, everybody got what they want. I ain't got nothing. There's no reason for anybody to be attacking me, y'all. No reason. Even if this is a movie, why are y'all still attacking me? Oh, okay, then I had to look it up, or it came to me while I was dreaming about this damn bucket, bush bucket, or whatever the hell this crap is that you disembowel. Of course, got that they disembowel, put people in and disavow. Oh. How can somebody even legalize something so disgusting? And this had been going on. I'm not even worried about what you did to me. This went on with Tupac. This went on with Biggie, Big L. This went on with a lot of people. Y'all just torture people to death. Because let's just face it. Tupac and Biggie them were worth more dead than alive. Michael Jackson too, probably. And that's what y'all said. Y'all better, if you want to fight for something, I hate to bring this race card up. That'll be the time to do it. You need to stop that right there. Because it ain't even racism, but it's somewhere, it's 5 to 10% of racism in it. And it need to be stopped. Because you basically paid my people, let me show you the racist part in it. You basically paid my people to sacrifice their best people, and you put a family of those people, a family of my people, in a powerhouse mode. In other words, saying we'll keep y'all rich, we'll keep y'all wealthy as long as you keep sacrificing y'all best. Man, y'all stop that, bro. That hurt me to the core. I found that out in this 5 years. That hurt to the core. You know, I was trying to be a self-made millionaire. When I got up to 200-something thousand, when it was time for me to get up to 200-something thousand, somebody told me, I was working just hard. My ex-wife, she didn't know it, but somebody said, "Well, I want you to know, you get it to before you can even get to $500,000 a year. You gotta do this, this. I ain't gonna say on here. You gotta do this, this, this." And y'all, it was all disgusting. And I told that person, "Well, I guess I cannot. What about staying around $150,000? Because you don't need much, $180,000 a year." They were like, "Well, that's fine. But if you break a certain bracket, you got to do this, 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 this." I said, "Man, get the hell out of here, bro." I said, "Get the hell out of here. It ain't even worth it. What I'm gonna do? Buy a bunch of cars, sleep with a bunch of women who don't like me and want me? I don't want nothing like that. I ain't never wanted nothing like that, y'all. I ain't never been so nastily disturbed. I don't care nothing about that, man. Be thankful if you got somebody to love. Just one person to love. Because obviously you're doing that for attention. That's an attention disorder. Man, be thankful if you got a home to live in. Be thankful if you got kids and everything. I ain't got nothing or nobody. And people that's around me, they programmed to act like they like me. And after a while of that, I said, you know what? Let's just act like, you know, when it comes to conversation, we can play that. But so far, I mean, yeah, I love you and all that. I'm going over your house, chill. You throwing parties and invite me? Nah. I ain't going nowhere with you. We ain't gonna ride nowhere with you. I ain't gonna worry about you. You ain't even gotta speak to me when you ride by my house. You just keep on going. So you never liked me. I'm at 40 years old now. Everything about you done tortured me to death. So I'd be a fool to sit there and act like you like me. So we just keep the conversation. They heart seared. So you can't cast pearls to swine. So normally they gonna repeat the past. They gonna come up to you, "Man, you remember this? Man, we do this. We should did this, man." I ain't like that. You don't never hear me on here talking about what I should have did in the past. I did everything I wanted to do by myself. I was by myself and I was happy. That's why I told people I got over. I see people on social media a lot. I can see it in their eyes. They get bitter and depressed and upset. And they say it's because financial stability. They say it's, well, I ain't seen nobody do that in a while. But I ain't looking at nobody no more but 4 or 5 people. But before that, you can just see it in their eyes. They looking for love. You know, they looking for something that they probably won't get until God know that they're ready for it. When you're looking for love, God got to give it to you. And then you got to ask yourself, you looking for lust, that's different. You're going to have to put on an image for lust. When you're looking for love, you're going to have to advance with God so God can bring you love. You know? But yeah, so somebody copied my, but anyway, I was finna say somebody copied my phone. I keep getting these congratulations. I ain't got nothing, y'all. Whoever copied my phone getting everything. But and it ain't nobody but that Flame or something. Like last time I seen her, she came up to me and she said something about her and that little boyfriend that ruined her life. And I said, y'all stealing my energy. There's other people, y'all, that I'm worried about. Y'all ain't even it. Y'all just somebody, y'all fall guys, really. Let's say y'all do got the money, you still just a fall guy. It don't matter. Y'all just a fall guy. Y'all ain't the one. It's the ones who made that happen. So they should have never gave that energy. But by them giving that energy to y'all kind, they warped the energy for all of us, including their own. This is a mess, y'all. And that's why my ancestors had to make me sit right here. And I saw how deeply rooted it is. This shit could take 5, 10, 20, 30 years to fix. But I don't think it's going to take that long. At the most, I think it's going to take 10 years. We on year 5 now. But at the most, it's going to take 10 years. Because they on top of it. And I'm observing everybody they say that did the most, I research them or something, and they are in trouble. If they ain't in trouble financially, they in trouble physically. So they're not, the ancestors on their ass. And it's easy to tear people like that apart, because all my ancestors got to do is tell their ancestors to decompose them. Your ancestors beside you all the time. Feel what I'm saying? That's it. But anyway, off of the spiritual stuff. But yeah, y'all, we gotta learn how to. That's what I seen in this situation. It was devastating. I ain't never been in a race. Like I said, back when I was in the streets, it was white women and black women on the verge of getting raped, and I saved them both. Well, if I didn't, my team did, or somebody that was around in my energy. Like it was gangs around them, but I had my own little group, and we didn't play people bullying on folks, especially rape and molestation, especially that. So we were defending people more or less than anything when it came to that. But when they started killing out my team, that stuff started growing, bro. And I started hearing stories about how they, I would, when women would come visit me and stuff, I would ask them, because they wasn't the kind of woman that would live the life that they living today. They had a lot of potential. And I finally asked a couple of them what happened. They tell me, they were like, a certain group of men did that everybody know and everybody's supposed to scared of. I ain't scared of you cats. Y'all know what I'm talking about. These women, y'all women out here, you disrespectful. You'll disrespect me because of all the lies and the rumors you hear, all that editing crap. But thank God you women, because I can care less about you. But your men ain't gonna do nothing. Them boys y'all be protecting ain't gonna do nothing. Because what these guys do, they not all of them now. The one I know. But what she told me, these guys, and that's the way I seen it myself in the street, younger too though. Guys like this, they get a group of guys up and they'll rape women till they like it. You know what I'm saying? Them women will become on their team. I don't know what the hell kind of initiation that is. I don't know if they still do it though. That was a long time ago when I was still dealing with the world out here. But we protected people against that. And I advise y'all to be doing that too. Don't hurt nobody, y'all. It's amazing how many people out here just hurting folks. Like me, I'm getting attacked by everybody. We need you to work hard, work all the time. All they're doing is cipher energy. But man, we living in the end, y'all. Y'all shouldn't be doing that. Y'all shouldn't even be thinking about doing that. But anyway, like I said, this is long enough. Ain't no this long, 33 minutes. Anyway, y'all, I'm finna have to change this again. But Monday we finna get a new. I know they're gonna be on that too, cause I know my family done signed some deal with these damn whoever do these programs. I hate to say government. I hate to just put something off on somebody, so I don't know who. But whoever they sign these programs, sign over people with, all that need to stop. All that need to stop. That's what's hurting the earth. That's what's hurting the planet. Because somehow, and it makes sense, somehow God made sure that the right energy came around for you to try to sacrifice. And these group of energies that y'all sacrifice is angels, high priests, and all that. Yeah, y'all in trouble. Y'all definitely in trouble. Y'all in trouble. That's just all it is too. You can't get out. I know. I used to be in them. I got in them kind of situations twice. And I knew that I was going to have to take a loss, either go to prison or take a financial loss just to get my life back. Because that's how it's like stepping in the devil realm, bro. It's easy to do when you keep doing something and not paying attention to it. That's why we always had this saying on the street, if you got away with it once or twice, you better stop. Anyway, y'all, so I'm gonna quit this site, and probably Monday or Tuesday, I'm gonna be working on, Tuesday or Wednesday or Thursday, I'm gonna be working on some new stuff, and then before I cancel it, I'll let y'all know what it is, what the name of it will be or whatever. But anyway, peace and love out there.